fired by Texas A&M, that one name to replace him was sure to come up, and it did. Roadrunners head football coach Jeff Traylor's name being mentioned for the job. Now in his fourth season at UTSA, the Roadrunners are 37-13 overall. They're 27-3 in conference play. That's why his name gets mentioned. He's being mentioned once again, and it's no surprise to him or the team.
They're used to it. No, we've been through it every year. This is year 4, and year 2 there was a ton of speculation, and year 3 there was a lot of speculation, and year 4 there's speculation, and we're still here winning games, and hopefully we're playing for our 3rd straight championship.
I mean, he's gonna get mentioned every time a Texas job comes open, any school in the Texas area. I mean, just because of what he's done here at UTSA and his ties that he has in just Texas as a whole. So didn't surprise us, but I mean, we're not really focused on any of that. We still got a season to go out there and compete against, so we're not really looking into that.
Yeah, we'll see if A&M has any interest in him, though. The Roadrunners are focused on hosting South Florida Friday night at 8, and it is senior night. There is that opening in Aggieland because Sunday morning Texas A&M fired Jimbo Fisher before he could even finish his 6th season in maroon and white. A&M thought he was the answer when they hired him back in 2018. Unfortunately, not the case. He had 0 10-win seasons, and of course, that means he never even got close to the ultimate goal, was to compete for a national championship. Aggies AD Ross Gork said he felt the program was just stuck in neutral. So Jimbo is out. Co-defensive coordinator Elijah Robinson will serve as the interim head coach.
The players are the most important people in the program. And I think the biggest thing is understanding, okay, where they're going through and what are they thinking, okay, and addressing that first. And the biggest thing is this, man, like, this is a brotherhood. And we're going to play for each other. We're going to do everything for each other. Everything should be built off of love and trust.
Coach Robinson and the Aggies will host Abilene Christian Saturday and then close out the regular season November 25th at LSU. The Liberty Greyhounds get up bright and early, at least early. They were at it before the sun came up, so the brightness came from the lights. But they don't mind because they're still playing. They are getting ready to face the Lavernia Bears in the 2nd round of the playoffs. Bernie opened the postseason by beating Taylor in by-district 42-28. Now they're going to face their former district foe in Lavernia.
It's pretty special. We used to play Lavernia in our district a couple years ago, but we haven't really had the chance. It used to be pretty heated. It was always a good game, so we're pretty excited. And there's a little bit of, not animosity, but just rivalry there, so we really want to win.
Lavernia is a good team, play hard. We've played them in the past. Always been a tough challenge, but
I think it's pretty special after all the hard work we put in over the off season, through summer workouts and just like the whole season has all led up to like this point, and we want to keep it pushing and just keep going strong and work as a team and play together.
All right, so it's Bernie and Lavernia Friday night, 7 o'clock from Cumberlander Stadium or from your own living room. If you don't make it to the game, you can watch it live right here on KSAT12. We will hear from the Lavernia Bears later on this evening.
Good game.
Should be.
All right. There is an obvious benefit to wearing a hearing aid, but now we're learning about another way they could keep you safe.
What a beautiful, beautiful picture.
And you know, the sun is going to help green things up with the rain that we got.
You notice that over the last couple of weeks? Things they're brown all summer long, and now it's green outside.
Well, wait, it's not spring.
No.
We're heading into winter, and things are greening up.
Yeah, David, you know what that means, right? Without the old lawnmower. It's time.
Man.
It's a good week for it. Sun's out. We'll have plenty of time.
You can come over to my house and mow the lawn, Justin.
Well,
you seem really excited about it.
I actually enjoy it, especially when temperatures are like this. I can put my earphones on. It's a moment of solace. See, it's my time. As we go outside and look at the satellite picture, you can see we've got clear right over San Antonio. Gonzales, San Antonio, Hondo, clear skies. Now you go west of that, and we've still got a cloud deck. If you're watching us from Del Rio, you go past Cristo Springs, still cloudy there. The clouds will erode, but it's going to take a little more time, and you'll see that it does have an effect on the temperatures. 64 in Del Rio, usually one of our hot spots. Not today. In San Antonio, we're nearing 70, 72 Pleasanton, 70 in Kennedy, 70 in New Braunfels, 70 in Gonzales, and you'll see most of these areas where we're seeing the full sun jump up into the mid-70s potentially this afternoon. 64 Bernie Stage, 66 in Comfort, What a beautiful day. 71 at 3 o'clock, 72 is our high. We dip into the 60s this evening, mostly clear. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And look for mid-50s as we go into tonight. My friend Max just asked if it was a good week to get a car wash. Indeed it is. This is the week. We will get some rain, though, returning back to the forecast by early next week, guys.
Thank you, Justin. It is round 4 for the special session of the Texas legislature, and border security is making some headway there. The House set to hear a second reading on 2 Senate bills that passed last week. Senate Bill 3 would allocate $1.5 billion for law enforcement and for work on the border wall. Senate Bill 4 would allow law enforcement to arrest those who illegally cross the border on a state charge. Texas senators also passed 2 education bills last week. Both have been referred to a House committee, but a hearing has yet to be scheduled.
The Supreme Court said in a statement signed by all 9 justices that it is adopting a code of conduct. It's an attempt to improve public confidence in the High Court after months of headlines alleging some justices appear to have potential ethics violations. The new code is based on an existing code of conduct for lower courts. The justices didn't make it clear how the code would be enforced, and they acknowledged they had more work to do. The move comes after mounting pressure from Democrats in Congress who threatened to pass legislation mandating ethics reform.
Washington, D.C., making security preparations for what is expected to be a major demonstration in support of Israel. Supporters are arriving from all around the country to march in support of Israel's response to the attack on October 6. ABC's Liz Landers with how the nation's capital is making way for this march amid high tensions, both here at home and abroad.
Tens of thousands of people are expected in Washington today for a rally in support of Israel in an event that organizers hope will be one of the largest in the country. The Jewish Federation of North America is helping to organize the event, which will be held on the National Mall near the Capitol building. Supporters also intend to highlight the hostages being held by Hamas and protest anti-Semitism. As incidents of anti-Semitism increase in the U.S., the Department of Homeland Security now designating the rally today as Level 1, the highest risk assessment. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser also revealing heightened security measures.
MPD has asked for mutual assistance and support from the National Guard.
Meanwhile, the fighting rages on in the Middle East as Israel continues its offensive against Hamas.
We are approaching 40 days of this escalation. And to be frank, the attacks on civilians, the attacks on healthcare facilities, is really very heartbreaking.
President Biden expressing concern Monday about hospitals in Gaza.
And it's my hope and expectation that there will be less intrusive action relative to the hospital. The hospital must be protected.
And back here in Washington, we are expecting relatives of some of those hostages being held by Hamas to speak later today, in addition to lawmakers like Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and also a few celebrities. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Researchers sounding the alarm about a certain kind of tick. It's spreading across several states. How it's affecting livestock already.
That is one nasty-looking critter, isn't it?
Looks like a roach.
I didn't want to touch it. Asian longhorn tick, that's what that is, and they are spreading across the U.S. Researchers say the invasive species arrived in the Western Hemisphere back in 2017.
But they're sounding the alarm now in 2023 after 3 cows in Ohio died from tens of thousands of tick bites, according to an analysis published by the Journal of Medical Entomology. Scientists gathered nearly 10,000 ticks in just 90 minutes at one cow pasture. In addition to Ohio, this invasive species has been spotted in several other states on the East Coast and, yes, here in the South.
Researchers say the ticks can reproduce quickly, hide in tall grass, and survive in harsh conditions. It's still unclear whether they can pass diseases to humans, but they appear to be less attractive to human skin. No word on if they are in Texas yet, but beware.
Lung cancer is still the deadliest form of the disease in the United States. However, according to the American Lung Association, the survival rate has increased significantly. A new report from the nonprofit shows about 26.6% of people, that's about a quarter, who get lung cancer survive at least 5 years past their initial diagnosis. That's up almost 5% since 2016. But more people still need to get screened for lung cancer. According to the report, less than 5% of people who are at risk of it get screened for it. Lung cancer screenings involve a low-dose CT scan, and early detection can reduce the death rate by up to 20%.
There is some new research that shows older people with mild hearing loss are at a greater risk of falling. The study conducted at UC Health in Colorado did not explain why hearing loss increases the risk, though. But researchers found hearing aids can help prevent people from falling, especially if they wear the hearing aids consistently. And the study found people who wore hearing aids had about a 50% less chance of falling compared with people who did not wear the hearing aids. The risk fell even more for the people who wore their hearing aids at least 4 hours a day. The study was published last summer in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society.
Taking a look outside with live cam. So beautiful out there. Go for a walk. Don't fall. Go for a walk, though.
Wow, it is nice. Nice. I love looking over the airport with those blue skies. Hey, real quick, though, guys, I want to show you a TransGuide shot. This is I-35 in Watson Lane. Looks like we've got an overturned semi-truck here. I don't know which direction this is, but this is causing some backups. Again, I'm not sure which direction we're headed here, but just a heads up. We'll try to get some more information on that for you. Otherwise, so far today, we've hit 69 degrees. Low this morning, 56. We're going to be right at about average today. Some beautiful weather, as I said, before we get some changes next week. Another look at that 7-day forecast is coming up. Okay, a bit of clarification to what we just showed you there on TransGuide. This is actually well north of San Antonio. We should point this out. Watson Lane is actually north of New Braunfels, in between New Braunfels and San Marcos. So this is headed towards Austin, northbound lanes, still backed up. But the good news here, it looks like they've already got that truck now on a trailer. They're going to get it out of there pretty quickly. So hopefully things will clear up. But if you're heading north on I-35, know that there are some backups there north of New Braunfels.
Yeah, there's often bad traffic between New Braunfels and Austin anyway, but the good news is
you can roll your window
down. It's a beautiful day. Yeah. Enjoy nature.
It's true. It's true. The blue skies are out. It's just near perfect temperatures out there. And before we get into our great forecast, we got to talk about the tropics, guys. The tropical season is not over with. We still have about half a month left. That typically ends, or it does end, on November 30th. But there's a system down in the Caribbean that bears some watching. Hurricane Center's keeping eyes on it. 70% chance of development. Do we need to worry? No. This is the time of year when we start getting systems coming through the United States and honestly deflects a lot of this stuff away from us. And I just don't think this is going to move north. It won't. It'll get picked up and pushed back out towards the Atlantic. But folks in Jamaica and Cuba will want to keep an eye on this as it gets pulled off to the north and east at a pretty good clip. If it does get named, by the way, it would be Vince. Vince would be the next name. As we go outside for you, clear skies. What a beautiful day, as we've been saying. No clouds over San Antonio, 69. 70 in New Braunfels, 65 Seguin, 64 Bernie, 66 in Kerrville. These are the kind of temperatures you just love to see, especially after the summer that we had. We deserve days like this, just saying. You look across the country, these are the high temperatures today. Most of the country is looking at beautiful weather. There'll be a few hot spots, Phoenix and Miami. Those are ones we typically point out. And you've got Caribou, Maine, which continues to be one of the cold spots. 34, the high there today. But everyone else in the 60s and 70s, beautiful, beautiful fall weather. 69 Bernie, 69 Kerrville, 73 in Bandera today. 71 in Seguin, 73 in Floresville. These are your highs. And and everyone's going to be enjoying some pretty good weather. Now, I will point out it's cloudy out in Del Rio and Eagle Pass. These clouds are trying to break up. They've had a hard time, but we're starting to see some of those kind of scatter out. A few clouds out near Gonzales as well. But San Antonio is right in the middle. where skies are clear. Can't rule out a few clouds this afternoon on the backside of our low, which is spinning out here over parts of New Orleans and still bringing a lot of rain there. The surface slowed down in the Gulf of Mexico, and that'll bring rain to Florida over the next couple days. Long-term forecast. We talked about this last half hour, but I think it's worth mentioning again. I know a lot of people have travel plans next week. How are things shaping up? Well, we get one system that moves across the Great Lakes, drags a front through Friday into Saturday. This front cools us down a few degrees, but that's it. You really won't notice it much. But as we get into the weekend, by Sunday, area of low pressure develops out west. This makes for the flow over Texas to the point where we could get some showers to develop. I don't know that we'll see a lot on Sunday, but I think by Monday, as this system moves a little bit closer, rain may be a little bit of a better bet. We'll get a front coming through. That'll cool us down. Tuesday could be a little chilly on the backside of this system. But the new updated computer models, and this agrees with another computer model that I have, kicks this system out pretty quick. If that happens, we'll get some great weather by Wednesday into Thursday for Thanksgiving. Stay tuned. This can still change. That's far out. Computer models aren't great that far out, but that's kind of the thinking right now. 74 Wednesday, 76 Thursday, 78 Friday, 72 Saturday, 73 Sunday, 20% chance of rain, and a 30% chance there on Monday, guys.
Oh, yeah. No Shave November still underway. As we inch closer to Thanksgiving, you're inching ever closer to our deadline because we're still raising money for a good cause.
A couple of guys got some nice donations today, so we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah?
We are raising money for 12 Cancer Foundation.
Stephen Cavazzo's moving on up. Max Massey, number 3. Justin, number 4.
Mike is 4th in the nation right
What?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're just in, Team KSAT is in 2nd place, just behind the Alaska State Troopers.
Oh, we got to beat those Alaska guys.
Coming for them.
Well, you know, those guys up there grow beards all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have some great beards.
They do.
But
anyway, thanks for the contributions so far, the donations so far. Keep them coming.
I think you guys should have your own, growth website on our, site on our website. See the progress being made.
All right. So if you want to donate, scan that QR code right there, and that'll give you all the information you need. Once again, benefiting cancer research, treatment, and prevention.
Welcome. It's so exciting to see you all here.
Princess Diana is here to solve a murder. Kind of. Emma Corrin, who once starred as Princess Diana on The Crown, now stars in A Murder at the End of the World, playing a kind of tech-savvy Gen Z sleuth in a sticky situation. Corrin tells us they love some true crime.
The series that I've watched recently that I absolutely adored is a series called London Spy with Ben Whishaw, which came out, I think, quite a while ago, but I hadn't heard of it. And I saw a friend recently who was like, "You haven't seen that show?" And I just absolutely binged it in one night. It was so brilliant.
The first 2 episodes of A Murder at the End of the World are out now on Hulu, with new episodes every Tuesday. Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer continues in November. Her single Cruel Summer back at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. Its 3rd non-consecutive week on top.
It's the last song that my dad and Paul and George and Ringo will get to make together.
And the Beatles back in the top 10 for the first time in 27 years. The new song, Now and Then, debuts at number 7. It's billed as the final Beatles song. And happy birthday today to Mr. Kourtney Kardashian. Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker is 48. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And we have our own anniversary celebration going on today.
Congratulations to Don Cervais. He's been here 35 years. He has done everything at the TV station behind the scenes. He's run prompter. He's run camera. We used to have people actually run cameras. Now it's all done with.
And he's a director. He hits the buttons. He just hit the button for SA Live. Congratulations, Donnie. It's been a pleasure.
Remember when he used to do a lot of voiceover stuff for a lot of our commercials way back when,
What doesn't Donnie do?
A recent Halloween special.
He did. He was the voice of our Halloween special. So, and a great Tigers fan along with me because he's from Toledo, Ohio. So, all right, Boy, hey David, have you resolved the question
I don't
yet?
think so. I don't think he's like you. You can't pick one.
Look at this beautiful turkey dinner. If you don't want to cook it all, we know exactly where to find smoked turkey, all the sides, the pies, everything else. Smoky Mo's is going to be here. Yes, indeed.
And there it is, up on the screen. We want you to scan that QR code and tell us what's your must-have Thanksgiving food. Now, you can still have others, but what is the one thing you just can't do without? Weigh in and let us know.
Now,
what's in the lead?
Maybe
green bean casserole.
Casserole's in the lead still, and then turkey down there. All right, maybe it's something that is a little different, and our dear friend Mona German is going to be here cooking up some bacon. That's going to be for some Brussels sprouts, and she has got this seared salmon dish, little mashed potatoes in there, all sorts of little goodies as well.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.